Good morning. Are we ready for this class? Who said no? Who said no? Who said no? Please, if you are not ready for the class, you can leave. Feel free to leave. I don't want the distraction now, please. It's a free world. You can leave. I will not hold you back. You're welcome to our today's class. We are still on the course BDT 253 pharmaceutical calculations. And in our last class, where did we stop in our last class? Okay, we did operations in common fraction, right? I think we've done addition, right? And I told you that addition and subtraction follow the same principle. So if you can do addition, you can easily do what? Subtraction. They are the same. They follow the same principle. Wherever you add, in addition you do what? You subtract. Every other process steps is the same thing. So if you have 1/8 minus 1/16, what's the answer? One over 8 minus 1/16 is 1/16. It's not possible. 1/16. 1/8 minus 1/16 is 1/16. Is it true? Ah. What should be here? 16. And what next? Is what? Times is what? Times 1. It's simple, okay? I don't think there's anything difficult there. I want us to do division, multiplication, and what? Division. Multiplication and what? Division. So if you have let's assume we have 2/3 times 5/8. This multiplication, let's assume we also have we also have 3/7 divided by 2/3. This multiplication, this is what? Division. 2/3 times 4/8 is what? I want to know, just tell me the principle. So what do we do? Huh? Before the SCM. Wow. All right, let's find the SCM. What is the SCM? Tell me. What next? No taking air. So what do we do? What can do? What next? I want to know the principle. Just tell me what you do. Steps. What do we do next? Simple. This and this is what? This and this is what? Can any other thing go? Please always remember to leave it in this smallest words, lowest words, term. So basically what you do is this. For multiplication, check if there is anything that can, if there's nothing else, be sure that everything is in the lowest term possible. Check the numerators, check the denominators, ensure that they are at their lowest term. Then if they're not in the lowest term, you keep times dividing until you get to the lowest term. Then you now multiply. The numerator will multiply each other and give you a new numerator. Then the denominator will multiply and give you a new denominator. Even when you are done, still check if there's anything that can be done again. If nothing, you read the answer in that term. Is it clear? That's basically what you do here. That's basically what you do in what? Multiplication. What of division? What do we do? What do we do? A simple. Maintain the first fraction. The second one, look at it. This thing, you cannot do anything with this sign here. For anything to be done, this sign you need to change to what? Multiplication. And to be able to achieve that, you invert the words, the other word, fraction. You invert, okay? So this now becomes what? 3 over 7 times what? 3 over what? 2. What's the answer? You can now multiply out, right? So what's the answer? Can anything go? So you leave the answer in this form. This is simple, right? Put down this question. Put down this question. There are two questions anyway. First one says, if the adult dose of a medication, if the adult dose of a medication is 2 teaspoonful, 2 teaspoonful, 2 teaspoonful, or bracket TSP, TS what? P. If the adult dose of a medication is 2 teaspoonful, bracket TSP, full stop, sorry, comma, calculate the dose for a child. Calculate the dose for a child if it is 1 over 4 of the adult dose. Calculate the dose for a child if it is 1 over 4 of the adult dose. That's the first question. Then the second question says, if a child's dose of a cough syrup, if a child's dose of a cough syrup is 3 over 4 teaspoonful is 3/4 teaspoonful and represents 1/4 of the adult dose and represents 1/4 of the adult dose, comma, calculate the corresponding adult dose. Calculate the corresponding adult dose. Calculate the corresponding adult dose. That's all. So let's look at the two questions and see what you can make out of it. Who can solve it? Who get mind? Come out here if you get mind. If you don't come out, come and solve it for us fast. Come out now, Stephen. Let's see what she's doing on the board. Let's give her attention, please. If this thing comes out in theory question and you do this thing, you fail it too. But that makes no sense. Three of us, it makes no sense at all. For a theory question, please let's learn how to say. Don't go yet. Stay. Let's learn how to state our words. State our this. If it's essay question, theory question, and you MCQ, fine, you can simply boycott a lot of things and do what? Get your answer and move on, because you need time to be able to answer up to 100 questions. True of us. But for essay question, theory question, please, this is wrong, because you need to drive your examiner. True of us. What did you do? Nothing. You just did this too sweet. It makes no sense. Do you understand the point I'm making? So who can this is a theory question, because there's no options, true of us. So who can answer this question? Come fast. Please, let's learn this. That's why some of you, that's why I mark steps. I mark that every step you take has its own what score. You should need to convince me, because you assume as if I don't think you even know anything about what you are solving. You should have to drop some statement that this is that. True of us, you state what you are doing and arrive at your what answer. Please, let's learn that one. No. Are you copying the question? No. Okay. What is 2? 2 is what? Are we dealing with abstract number? Hey, Joma. Una mari ka Joma so your self. Una mari ko si kwa cha. Okay, nne. Ha mari ko si kwa. I know. I'm aware. What are you doing? You're copying. Do I know? Are you done? Come back. We are going to come back. So tell us, what did you do? Okay, they said the adult dose. I agree with you. 1/4 is from the adult dose. You calculate the child dose from it. So 2/1, because there's no response, so 2/1. Sometimes you giving this one. Okay, adult dose is what? Are you following? Yes. Adult dose, go back, stay there. Adult dose is what? 2 teaspoonful, 2 TSP. The child dose is what? 1/4 what? That's the issue now. So you wrote that child dose is 1/4 teaspoonful. Is it right? Is it correct? It's wrong. Oh yeah, clean it. Clean that teaspoonful. Clean the teaspoonful. 1/4 of the adult dose. Of the adult dose. Correct. The adult dose is 2 teaspoonful, right? Child dose is 1/4. We're coming down. Chalo. We are doing correction now. Adult dose is 2 teaspoonful. Child dose is what? 1/4 of the adult dose. So what it means is that anywhere in this, you are told to find the child's what? Dose, right? So what it means is that anywhere, this is the statement you need to work with now, right? Child dose is 1/4 of the what? Adult dose. What it means that anywhere you see adult dose now, you put what? 2 teaspoons. True of us? Cool. So, Fichara. Well, what you did is not wrong, but yeah, I want to say something. Adult dose is what? 2 TSP. Child dose is what? 1/4 of the adult dose. Therefore, child dose. Therefore, put clear. Therefore, child dose is equal to, calm down now, 1/4. You replace adult dose now because you have already told the examiner that the adult dose is what? So you now replaced this adult dose now with 2 teaspoons times what? Put your TSP. Then do your continue. Yeah, of course. 1. It's got to what? What even of this? This implies. Imply what now? That's not so, therefore.
Will be.
Is it clear now? Yes. It's 2 what? TSP, right? It's 2 what? TSP. Is it 2 or half? Sorry. Half TSP, sorry. Half TSP. So who can see
that one? It's 1. And this is half. See the other is half of the 1. Half of 2 is 1.
Half of 2 is 1. No, let me understand what you're saying. You say what?
Half.
The child dose is half.
So half of the 2 is 1.
Half of 2 is 1. It's not 1. It's remember I said the question say 1/4 of the adult dose. Is it clear now? So the answer is what? Half teaspoonful. Who can solve the second one? No, another person. Who can solve the second one? Who? Adaya, come and try. Fast. With this, we move over to. After this, now we'll go over to. I think that will be all we can take on operations. Common fraction. So we move over to the decimal fraction. Be careful now. You're not writing. I done. Huh? Try those. Does this make sense? See, be able to, if you are given any question, come back, come back. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. If you are given any question to solve in theory question, be it calculation or whatever, solve it in such a way that you don't need an extra explanation again. If you are able to come out here and solve a question that you don't need to come and explain again what you solve, that means you are there. As you just solve it and go and sit down, once you look at it, you know exactly what you did on the board. This is how you can get a full mark in what? In examination. In an examination. If this type of question appear in what? Theory. Please, let's take note of that. From here, this place is okay. It makes sense, okay? The child dose is what? 3/4 represents 1/4 of the what? Adult dose. So what the question say? It says if a child dose of a cough syrup, you can sit down. If the child dose of a cough syrup is 3/4 TSP. Now, the child dose is what? 3/4 TSP. But that 3/4 TSP is equal to 1/4 of the adult dose. The question now says calculate that adult what dose. Is that what? 2. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can, if you want to solve this question, you can see. The adult dose you don't know. I call it X. Am I completing? Yeah. You can tag that adult dose what? X. Let the adult dose be X. First step. Let the adult dose be what? X. Child dose is equal to 3/4, right? Which is equal to 1/4 times X. True of us. Yes. You now continue from 3/4 is equal to what? X over what? 4. You make X the subject or the formula and find the adult dose. Simple. And find the what? What I said that is it clear? No. Either come and write what I said now on the board fast.
We say the child dose is equal to 3/4 and representing 1/4 of the adult dose. The now write equal to 1/4. You don't know what the adult dose is. So let's call it X times X. This means over 1. So this means 3/4 is equal to 1 times X. X over 1/4. Cross multiply. times x, or 3 times divide both sides. X is equal to. So you can add up both. 3 years.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Is it clear now? Good. When you are done, let's move over to the next one, which is now decimal what? Fraction. When you are done. Shall we? Good. Now let's go over to what? Decimal fraction. So what is decimal? Okay, fast. I give you 1 minute to conclude. 1 minute, please. Are clearing the board so we don't get distracted. I am clearing the board fast. Fast. Huh? No. Come on, clearing the board. Are you afraid of criminal life? One day, they'll catch you one day in an event to do live this thing. You will not be able to talk because you are not used to it. And now, two of us, one day, you see yourself in an event. Hey, please, what do you have to say? Because you're not used to it. So don't be afraid. All right. Don't be shy, okay? So now, what is a decimal fraction? Sorry, somebody is still here. Is that what? All right, a decimal fraction. You know, we say that a fraction, not on a normal fraction has in this form, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Good. For a common fraction, this can be any integer apart from what? Zero. Please note this. I want to make a very important point now. For a common fraction, this is any integer, right? Yes. As in for a fraction, first generally, right? Yeah. This can be any integer. This can be integer with the exception of what? Zero. Now for let's now break them into two now. For common fraction, please note this point. For common fraction, apart from not being zero, this can be any number apart from what? Zero. But for a decimal fraction, the denominator of course, the denominator can be any number, any integer, but the denominator is always 10 or any power of what? 10. That makes it a decimal. If you did your number system very well, you understand what I'm talking about. Decimal. For a decimal fraction, the denominator must be 10 or any power of what? 10. So that means it can be, the denominator can be what? 10, 100, 1000, as case may be. That is 3 raised to power 1, 3 raised to power 3 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 3. So these things, 1 over 10, 1 over 10 raised to power 2, 1 over 3 raised to power 3. These things are the decimal, even though they are in common fraction form, right? But you express them decimally. You express them what? Decimally. If you express them decimally, this becomes 0. What? 1. This becomes what? 0. What? 0, 1. This becomes what? 0.001. So what of those ones that are in this form? 0.24 is simply what? Right? 0, right? 24 over what? The denominator is still a power of what? 10. Also, let it be 0.00027, whatever number. It will still be, the denominator must also be a power of what? 10. You call it decimal point 1. Other digit will go what? 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. This will go. Sorry, it becomes what? 24 over what? 100,000, which is also a power of what? 10. This is 24 over 3 raised to power what? 5. True of us. It's also a power of what? 10. So the decimal fraction, first is that the denominator is 10 or any power of 10, but the whole expression will be expressed decimally. Am I computing in this form? That's what decimal fraction is. Actually, I think I mentioned this before now, that in pharmaceutical calculations, in pharmacy, we normally make use of more of decimal fraction than common fraction. But that doesn't mean that if I give you a question, like this one we solve now, then after solving, you say because I said that it should be in decimal fraction, you now go and divide and leave that half teaspoonful, move it to 0.5 teaspoonful without instruction, you have failed that question. The question is in common fraction. Solve it like that and leave it like that. Okay? Unless you are asked to move it. But normal calculations in PharmCalc, even in pharmacy, is more of what? Decimal fraction. That question to test your knowledge of common fractions. So you should, after solving, if you leave it at 0.5, you look as if you just punch your calculator and get 0.5 and put it there. Am I communicating? So that's why I say solve it and leave the answer the way the question came. Unless you are told after solving, leave your answer in decimal. That one is normal. I decide said and give you something in decimal fraction and tell you leave your answer in common fraction. Then you not study well, you not study the question well, look at it, bam, you saw, bam, answer 0.5 will disappear. You fail that question. Try to read what? Then someone shouted, hey. That's how you shout, hey, when you don't look at prescription well. And somebody wrong drug. When you look at the say, hey, the person has gone home. You take, hey, because you did not take the what? Prescription. That's the training. Understand the idea of what we are doing. It's not wickedness. Is that training we are talking about? If you are used to doing things anyhow, this is how you keep shouting hey all the time. Whenever you are done with a patient, you must shout hey because you don't have prescription well. Or because you go to the shelf to pick the drug, the medicine, you pick the wrong one, but hey, the patient has gone home. So be careful. This is life we're talking about. It's not about passing exam, it's the life we're talking about. It's so you can inculcate that doing things painstakingly. Look at it very well. Look at it again. Be sure of what you are doing. Because that person can be anybody. It can be your own person too. True of us. It can be anybody. All right. So please, while writing decimal number in this decimal fraction, please do not ignore. We know that if you point to point one is certain as 0.1. We know, but please, this 0 point, this 0 before the decimal point, always put it. Am I communicating? Always put that 0. We call it leading 0. Leading 0. Leading. Always put that 0 to avoid error. If you just write 0.1, someone may think this is you wrote what? 1. True of us. Someone may think you wrote what? 1. So put that what? 0.1. Write it well. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? So that's another point I want you to note while dealing with what? Decimal fractions. Now, you can likely things I want to test your knowledge on when dealing with decimal fractions. I want to test your knowledge of knowing 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal fractions. Which one is greater or the greatest, and which one is smaller or what? Smallest. You should be able to identify that. You should be able to identify decimal. If you're doing up to 5 decimal fractions, you should know the one that is what? The smallest or smaller, as the case may be, depending on the number. So this is what these are questions we'll solve. So you know that one. Also, test your knowledge. If you're converting the number from, you can convert decimal fraction. You can convert decimal fraction to common fraction. You can also convert common fraction back to what? Decimal fraction. This thing I did here now. This thing we did here now. We just converted common fraction, decimal fraction to what? Common fraction. Am I communicating? Even though yes, it's still the same, but for it to be confirmed decimal fraction, it must you move it to what? Decimal. So you can divide this and get to the lowest term. True of us. True of us. Good. So that's the point I'm making. So this is what you need to know: how to convert decimal fraction to what? Common fraction. So we pick some questions that will point out these things. I just explain now. So let's see how. Let's see how far we can go there. Okay, now let's look at this question. I'm picking questions from our revision questions so that if by now you have not solved all the questions in this first revision question, second revision question, by now you have not solved all of them. You have not having issues, so you know on time. If you have not solved all the questions in the first revision questions, if you not solve all the question in second revision question, you have already started having issue, and that issue will manifest in today's quiz already. Then don't go and solve and cram, because if you solve and cram, hello, don't wait for your neighbor to solve so you cram. You'll be disappointed. You may not see it as it is. Here, I'm giving you a clue now. That thing you never have solved, make sure you understand it. Hold it for her. Please, I want to understand this, not answers. So now let's look at this one. Let's look at these questions from the revision questions and see if we can solve it. Look at this decimal, 4.1. 4.01. Maybe when we enter, is it now? We will discuss about decimal movements. Decimal movements. Decimal movement. You know that. Okay, don't worry. We'll discuss that when we go into when we go to essential notation. Okay, I will discuss decimal movement because this is where you see it in operation. Okay, I will actually in decimal movement in exponential notation. You see some level of application of what decimal fraction there. Operations in what decimal fraction. That's where you start seeing addition. Okay, don't worry. Maybe when we see do operations in the decimal fraction, I'll do that. So don't worry. But let's look at this one. Can someone tell me these three numbers, which one is the smallest? 4 point what? 4.001. Highest income? Good. Good. It's easy, right? Yes. Easy. No. What's that? What did she say? What did she say? Okay, Bitcoin, okay. Hey, please, it's not bad though, but as you are doing it, develop yourself first in an area so you can see who wanted to invest in it. And so that when you talk too much, you not cry too much. You cry small. Because you have something doing. Am I communicating? Do it with what? Do it what? With what? With money you don't do what? You can do without. You get why? They will even advise yourself. Is P2P, right? Is P2P now, right? Yes. So they will also even advise yourself. Like I'm we Simo. All right, let's look at this number. 6.0. 4.5. This one is 6 now. 2.8. Oh yeah. This one is easy because even from the whole number you can know which one is true of us. Tell me, smallest is easy. This one is easy. This one is not even a question. Look at this one. 0.05. 0.5. Wait now. 0.115. Least is what? Highest. Highest is what? What is 0.115? Okay now. Listen, look up. Please look up. First of all, look at the whole numbers, right? If you watch 1, 2, the first number here, they are all what? Zeros, right? So they are equal at that level, right? True of us. Now, get to the second one, the second digit. Here is what? 0. Here is what? 5. This is automatically greater than this one. True of us? Good. Look at the second digit here. 1. But second digit here is what? 5. So this is automatically greater than what? This one. True of us? Good. Now between this and this, first 0, 0, here is 0, here is what? 1. This was automatically what? Greater than what? This one. So compare them. If even if you don't know any other thing, compare them digit by what? Digits. Starting from where? The left, okay? You compare them digit by digit. Look at this one now. Here is 6. Here is 4. Here is 2. There's nothing else. This automatically shows that this one is highest, true or false? Followed by what? This. Now look at this one. They are all 4, 4, 4. The difference starts from the second digit, right? Here is 1. Here is 0. So this one is greater than what? This one. True or false? Even greater than this one. True or false? Then compare this and this is 4, 4. 0, 0, second digit 0, confirm. But here is what? 1. Here is what? 0. This one is greater than what? This one. This is the simplest as in layman's of comparing the two of them. If I start going into place values, that one will confuse a lot of you here. Let me not go there. Just do it digit by what and get your answer straight and go your way. Okay? So this is not difficult to do. You don't even need to write anything. Once you look at yourself, you can solve it. Okay, now let's look at operations in decimal fraction. Let's look at addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. Let's see how far we can go there. Addition. So, don't touch your calculator. Don't try it. Add up this. Tell me how you tell me the answer to this question. I want to write on board now. I'm coming. Oh yeah. 1.25 plus 0.5 is what? How? How? This is simple. How?
5 plus 2, 7. 0 plus 1. You just
Set it now. Set it. That's the question. Come and set it. Let me. I want to find out something. So if you set it, I will know whether you know. Then we move over to the next one. If you know it, it makes the work easier for us. Two of us, we move to the next one. Oh yeah. So set it. Let's see. Who did not understand what he did? Thank you. God bless you. So we align the decimal points is the focus. What? Align the decimal points. The end of that thing here, you place them in order and do what? Is it clear? The same thing with subtraction. Am I communicating? The same thing with what? Subtraction. So even if it is 0.00047 plus 12.464. Oh yeah, who can add this for us?
0.4687.
Wow. Okay, come and tell us what you are taught. Come and tell us what you are taught. Let's see whether we can learn something else from what you are taught. Oh yeah. Use what you are taught to solve this one. Let's see if what you are taught is working. He cheated it. If I catch you, see what you did to our camera. Oh yeah. Ijoma, use what you are taught to solve it. On your count. Unu agaghị n'aba biko nwee n'oche asa ọrụ m biko. Please, let's stop coming here. Iyoma, is this what you were taught? Ashif, what's the answer? Are we together? No, actually, I know what you want. I know what's her plan, but the plan did not go well. Actually, she want to apply the decimal movements I thought about, but at a point she became confused. She didn't know where to place the decimal point again. That's what she did. So the best and simple way to do that is just align everything, align the decimal point. Whatever is where their place is not the issue. So just simply do like this. You can state the first number. You can start with any of the number. It is there's no issue. Here you have 0.0047, right? Plus here is 12.464. Put decimal point here, right? Put 2 here, right? And here is what? Then put the other one here. 4, 6, what? 4. If you want to not to get maybe mixed up things, you can put 0 here. Okay? Am I communicating? You do what? Add up, right? Here is what? 7. Here is what? 8. Hey, sorry. This is 4. Here is what? Here is what? Here is what? Here is what? And what? Here is invisible what? So here 12.4687. Question like this, I must give you an instruction on how to leave it. I must give you an instruction on how to do what. The instruction may say leave it, the answer in 2 decimal places. It may be, I may give you any instruction I want to give you and watch you. So human being will just solve and leave the answer and disappear. Or put it leave it the answer the way they like. The way they do what? Choose to leave the answer. Some will solve and leave it and sit and say that the answer is 12.5. Please note there's noise in this class. Why not? Why this noise? I'll come and sit down, or you come and teach. And it seems that's what I'll do next. And if I catch you making noise, I'll come and sit down, then you come and teach. Me too, I want to learn from you. Alright, so then this is what addition, right? What of subtraction? You follow the same principle, right? Just align well and do what? Subtract. The main thing is to align them properly and do what? Subtract. What of multiplication? 12 point what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is this alignment is the issue. Okay. It's in subtraction now that you try to put the larger one, the higher one on top. I'm not okay, but this one is not. My focus is on this decimal. This is to align properly. Can't you see that it's a straight line? Okay? Good. Now, what of multiplication and division? That's on that now. Therefore, that once they see a number, decimal, any decimal number in multiplication, they run away. Once it's division, they run away. So how do you now do multiplication and what? Division. All right, let's go. So who can, let me get a question here. 13.2 without punching your calculator. 13.2 times 31.62 without punching your calculator. 1.25 divided by 0.5 without punching your calculator. Oh yeah. Who can do that for us? Come out and tell us what you did. Multiplication. Oh yeah. Come and do it now. Come out and do it. Come and do it fast. Why will you jump more? Do multiplication. Ijoma is afraid. Oh yeah, other fast. Do multiplication. Hey, no noise, please. Ijoma, keep quiet. So what did he do? Is she correct?
Yes.
Is she correct?
Yes.
Is 13.2 equal to 1? Okay, we have not done, we've not entered expansion and reduction anyway. But we'll still do it. But I want to point out something here. Is 13.2 actually 1.32 times 3 raised to power 1?
Yes.
Is it?
It's right.
Is it? I come back here. Is 1.62 actually 160 33 to power 2? Is it?
No.
It's minus. Remember what we said about the decimal fractions. Actually, she moved this as decimal fraction in the form of A over what? B. That's what she did now. But she mistakenly did not put the right sign, okay? Because actually, this is actually, in fact, if you want to solve this thing, the simplest way to solve this question is to, you can go, move, to avoid creating numbers that at the end, you may even make a mistake. Move this to decimal fraction in form of what? A over what? B. So if you move it, this becomes 13, 132 over what? 10. True of us? True of us? Times, and this becomes, it becomes what? 3162 over what? 100. Are we together?
Yeah.
Remember our rule of multiplication.
Yeah.
Multiply this out. You have what? 4 what? 7 7 what?
384.
384, right?
Yeah.
Over this time, this is what?
1000.
1000. So move it back to decimal fraction in that decimally, right?
Yeah.
So that's where you start having a decimal movements. For this 0 to, do you know that there is an in? You know, I told you I will talk about decimal movement, right? There is an invisible decimal point here. Hope you know.
Yes.
And invisible what? 0. Hope you know. We know. So now, if 10 disappear from here, there will be decimal movement to the where? Left. So if 10, so if 10 disappears here, it will move from here to where? To here, right?
1.
Then if another 0 disappears, it move from here to where? This last 0 disappears, it move from here to where?
3.
They are not here again, right?
Yes.
This becomes what? 417 point what?
384.
This reason why you can solve question. You can solve a question under 5 seconds in an exam. Another person can solve it 2 minutes. Trying to learn how to play with what? Numbers. Because FarmCalc exam is time dependent. It's time what? Dependent. Even your real life scenario, even your work, even when you start working, it's time what? Dependent. If you don't know how to work fast, you'll be having issues with your patient. True of us. Especially in the hospital, they will line up and you are delaying. They will talk to you anyhow. If you are the impatient type, you stay there, you start exchanging words with your what? Patient. That's the worst you can ever do. That's the worst thing you can ever do. Your patient is already impatient, angry, frustrated. The money the person has spent that day is annoying the person. How the person was delayed, the pain of what maybe the child or maybe the mother is passing through, and he's there, you are delaying him or her. He became angry and wanted you to be fast, and you are there exchanging words with him or her. Hey, child, if you don't be in my hospital, that day you go, because you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. That's very wrong. So learn that one now. So if you have not come to terms of controlling your mouth, when somebody speaks, say one to you, you say 500 to a person. You start doing what? Learning it what? Now. So because it's not easy. Yes, I understand. Maybe the person was delayed. It's not easy. Look for a way to do what? Calm them down and still do what? Because you need to be careful too in what you are doing. What? Checking to avoid what? Error. So it's not easy. A lot of discipline are involved. Don't worry, you go for IT, you soon understand what I'm talking about. You stand up. Maybe the hospital may be where we have a lot of patients and they will line up. Doctor, after seeing doctors, they said by 11 o'clock, 12. Maybe you are coming for afternoon, or maybe you are in the morning session. You will not see anybody maybe from 8 to 10, 11, when it's around 12. If you turn like this, you see them, boom, you see folder, pop, 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 pop. Where will you start from? and you are maybe you are saying, yeah, thank God, hey, there's no more patient, much patient. Let me do and go. Let me do and go. And you see folders. What will you do? You personally say you will become agitated first. Then they will now start coming. I'm telling you that they'll be here since 7 a.m. You'll be like, is it my fault? Maybe yes, it's 7 a.m. and you are here pressing phone. Maybe there's something you saw. You see, you wanted to find out maybe what is it. You are pressing phone. Maybe you have index in your phone. Maybe there's some. Maybe you have something on prescription. You want to confirm to him or her. You are pressing phone. So how will you handle it? If you become angry, you have issues with them. And when the management see you having issues with the patient, you should be taken care of. It's a problem too. So let's learn how to be fast. Fast. Ask your question if you have. Let's go to another thing. Ask your question, okay? 13.1, sorry.
31.62 for sure, 1.6.
There's okay, where is it? Okay, here. It's error. No, she already done what she did here. Maybe she was just trying to explain something here, then committed, then made mistake. She has solved the question, okay? Because there's no way in this world, in this whole world, this thing she did here can never give you this. She already solved it here. But she just tried to explain what happened, then made mistake in the explanation. But she dropped the correct answer. And there's no way this thing she did here can give you this thing. She had already solved it here. So he was trying to explain something here. It's just an error. Okay, but it's a serious error. And she accepted it, but she should not see this one. There should be what? There should be 3 here, right? So here is 316. Is it clear now? All right. So that's once you move this from decimal fraction in decimal form, move it to in this A over B stuff. You now do your numerator will be free of decimal points, at least the visible one. You carry out the operation. Before after that, you now do decimal movement and move it back to appear in this decimal form. So any confusion here? Any confusion here? All right, let's look at this division. Let's look at this division. How? I don't like how. Come out here and tell us how. The language I understand is how. Show me how. At least. Even though you okay, first show us how.
1.25 divided by 0.5.
Okay.
Anyway, 681. 10. This becomes 125 over 100 divided by 5 over 10. Change this division to multiplication.
Okay.
125 over 100 times 10 over 5.
Okay.
0 cancels 0.
Okay.
5 go here 1. 5 go here 25. 25 over 10.
Confirm 2.5. Yes. He enter well. He enter, right? He enter well. This is good though, but I also want you to learn how to work fast, okay? Work very fast when you are solving a special MCQ question. You know, this thing is time. It's okay for essay. In MCQ question, once you look at 1.25, look at 0.5. You already know that this 0.5 is what? Half, right? Half. And once the division comes here, you know that for you to solve this in, if this is half, you multiply this by what? 2 and get your answer straight. This is half. This is 1.25. You multiply by 2 and get your answer.
How do you know that
Okay. Someone asked, how do we know if this 1.25 is over what? 100. I mentioned it when I introduced decimal fraction. I said it. I said that if you have 1.25, okay, if you want to move it to be in form of A over B, you put this fractional line, the decimal point, you call it what? You put one under it. Every other thing here is what? Zero, or becomes zero. And once you do it now, remember, it's just decimal movement you are doing anyway. If you put one here, right? If you put one here, you have initiated the decimal movement to the what? Right. If you move from here, if you add 10, it will move from what? Here to where? Here, right? If you move on from here to here again, you add another what? 0. It will now become invisible here. The decimal point will move from here to here. You add 0, here to here. You add 0. It becomes here. So it becomes 1, 2, 5 over what? Remember, there's a decimal point here that is invisible. It becomes invisible once it moves. So far, there's no other digits here. It becomes invisible. You clean it. It becomes what? 125 over what? 100. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, it should be clear. It's all about decimal movement. Simple. Or decimal shift of the point. The point will keep shifting either to the right or to the what? Left, depending on what you want to achieve. So if you are adding 0, it will move to the what? Right. But if you are removing 0, it moves to the where? Left. Simple. So the number of 0 you want to add will depend on the number of such what? Movements. Number of 0 you add depends on the number of such what? Movement. Here there are 2 movements here. 1 to the right. 2. That's why you have 2 zeros here. Remember what we did somewhere here. See what Ada did here. Okay. See what Ada did here. See what Ada did here. There's invisible. Ada? Okay, that's okay. Okay, you move from here to here. Okay, it's the same thing with this one. Look at this one. 0. Look at this one. That one we didn't last was what? Okay, I think there's an opposite movement here. In this one, right? Can you remember? Can go. This one. Okay, let's see. Here is 2.5, right? Here is 25, right? Okay, good. Thank you. God bless you. Here is 25, right? Yes. There's invisible decimal point here, right? Right? Yes. Good. You put your fractional line. So as it's moved to the left, one movement to the left, you add what?
No, sir.
So you see,
It's 2.5, 25 over there.
it's in front of another
0.
Go to the left.
See what it
Okay, here is 12 over 10. Sorry, 12 over what? 10. Okay. Huh?
It's not 2.5.
Here is point, right? It goes like this, right? One will disappear. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at okay, we are done with division, we are done with what? Multiplication. Okay. Now let's see if we can solve any question on this. I put down this question. How many 0.00065 gram Four zeros, 0.4 zeros. How many 0.000 four zeros? 65 gram. 0.00065 gram doses can be made from 0.13 gram of a drug. Can be made from 0.13 gram of a drug. Who can solve it? Who can solve it? I come and solve it. Clean the board, just clean board. Is it 3 0 or 4 zeros? After point, decimal point. Is it 3 or 4? It's 4 now. It's 4 zero after the decimal point. It's not 3, it's 4 zero after the decimal point. 200. You're right at 3. It's 4 decimal points. If never, what? Me that was shouting 4-0 here. Huh? I caught 3. Is that what? I was. Ada, even I don't know when I don't. Work on that. It's not a good thing. Okay? Work on it. You know, we as human, we are crude, but you need to be refined and civilized in doing things. Even if that's how you want to express yourself, sometimes know how you do what. Say it. It's very important. It makes way for you. You may say, I am a spoken, I say my mind. No. Organize that your thoughts. You have thought something in your mind, present it well. Alright, so I don't. I don't. She's correct. How? How is she correct? Go to the question. What did the question say? So what's the answer? Huh? What's the answer? The question says, listen carefully. The question says, how many 0.000 whatever 665 gram doses? How many of such doses can we get from this? How many doses can you get? How many doses? You won't ask how many grams. It's 2,000 doses, but a dose inside it is what? 0.00065 gram. It's division now. Adam, have you seen a mistake? Your mistake? Huh? You will not ask how many grams. You will not ask how many watts gram. You will ask how many gram doses can be obtained from. Like now you have. Let me bring it home. Thank God you started your practical, right? Did you prepare anything that day? Okay, not yet. Now see, listen carefully. Listen carefully. Hello. One house, please. Let me bring it home now. Let's say in a pharmaceutical industry, manufacturing firm, or even in compounding, you have a measured quantity of a particular ingredient. Let's say paracetamol, for example. Now, say paracetamol, right? Say paracetamol, for example. I'm just giving an example. The paracetamol powder and the weight. Here. Have you seen why I changed my face? My cat was where. But that's not what we're discussing now. We are discussing this calculation. So if you're telling me what is concerning this calculation now, that's what I want to hear from you, not N as a thing, blah blah blah. This is what I want to hear now. Now, let's assume that the weight ingredient you have, maybe in a bag, is 0.13 watts. 0.13 watts gram, right? Good. So now, how many doses can you make from that 0.13 gram? If one of such doses contains 0.00065 gram of paracetamol, for example, now. So how do you now do? So if you are to use all the powders, finish all the powders, how many doses can you get from that entire powder? If one dose is 0.000 watts, 0.065 grams. So how many doses will you get from it? In a way, how many tablets, for example, can you get from it? If one tablet is what? 0.00065 gram. It's simple. Divide that 0.13 by what? 0.6. You now know how many of it you can get from it. And if you divide, you get 2,000. So you get 2,000 doses, and each of the doses will be what? 0.00. So you can get 2,000. You can get 2,000 0.0065 gram doses of the what? Of whatever it is. You get 2,000. But if you want to write such, write the 2,000 as, if you want to present such answer, let's say it's a theory question, write the 2,000 as in words. 2,000 0.00065 gram doses will be obtained. That's the answer. Do you know why I said you write in words? If you write 2,000, it can be confusing, okay? If you write 2,000 0.00 watts gram watt, let's assume this is a theory question. Simply write what? 2 watts, 1,000 watts, 0.00065 gram watts. Those is simple. That's the answer. Let's assume if you have to take 2.5 mil. If you come and write 2.5 mil, it looks as if you're writing to 25. 2.5 mil spoonful. Hope you know that it's 10 mil. Hope you know. 2.5 mil. If you want to write it, the correct way to write it is what? Two what? 5 mil what? Spoonful. Simple. That's what I mean by writing it like this. 2,000 what? 0. What? 0.00065 gram doses.
How do we get that? How to say it? We are doing this of we are having problems.
Okay. Okay. I'm coming. Let me solve it. I'm coming. Let me solve it. Let me solve it. At least you can put down something that will help you to understand it better. The question says, let's look at the question again. How many 0.00065 gram doses can be made from 0.13 gram of a what drug? You know that even though we have not done ratio and proportion, but you can still use ratio and proportion to solve this what question. You can simply you can still say, of course, you agree with that one dose is equal to what? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
So, how many doses will be what? Will be what?
1 gram.
True or false? So you can.
Cross multiply.
This become what? Times what?
1
Over what?
0.065.
Gram. Of here?
Yeah.
Gram will do what? Cancel gram. So we are not dividing this by what? This, right? Good. So here becomes, let us, this is, I just got something from ratio proportion anyway. Even though you don't mention it, but that's what you will do here by saying 0.1 divided by, true or false? Ratio is say what? Fractions, right? But now, let us now go to now point A without touching our what? Calculator. Here becomes what? Let me answer your question now. Of course, here is sitting as saying 0.13 gram divided by what? 0. What? True or false? Remember that here we want to move this to decimal fraction in form of A over what? B, right? Remember, we'll bring down what here? 1. We move this, right?
Yes.
Until it becomes
100.
invisible, right?
Yes.
Here comes the become what? 0. That one is moving. It's reading. Huh? Now here is what? So let's move. Here is what?
1.
You keep moving until it becomes what? Invisible, right?
Yeah.
1, right?
Yeah. 0.
2,
0.
3, 4,
0.
5, 6, right? Confirmed. Now, this is per 10 gram over what? Divided by what? 65 gram over what?
1 million.
Is it 1 million?
Yes.
You remember our use of fraction, right?
Yes.
This number we have what?
Over
Over what?
100.
Times what?
1 million over 65.
Over what? 65. Right?
Yes.
This 2 0 will take this to 0, right?
Yes.
I go between this and this.
No, but that's different than 10,000.
Huh? You say what?
You cannot go. That 10 times 10,000.
To give us
Is what? Can you imagine yourself? Hey! Count 13 verse 65?
Yes.
Something. Hey! I said 13 verse 65. So someone said he cannot go in this my class. At this level. Hey! This level is what? Of course, ground we do what diagram. This value is what? 5, right? 5 divide 10,000 is what? 2,000. So we have what? 2,000 what? Remember we have doses here, a dose here, remember? Multiply by 1 dose, we have 2,000 what? Doses. So we have 2,000 in weight, right? 0.065 gram doses of the what? Drug can be obtained from 0.13 gram of the what? Drug. Simple.
Thank you.
I am a calculator. Did we touch calculator here?
Yes. We touch it and tell you.
See, calculator is not bad, but please, over dependent on this is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So what if you are working with calculator and you have issues? You do, and is it because you are here? Is it because you are in the world where you go to work with your phone? Ask question outside now. You'll be with your phone. Once you come to work, you'll be with your phone. So what are you going to do? So please let us. There are some things we can. These things you see, these things you are punching calculator was designed from human work,
Brain.
and you take a look and depend on it.
Another person's brain.
Hey, you're Zugadi government. All right, so, oh no, okay. All right, you are MCB lecturer is here. I think we have eaten